Listen up, coin hunters, because what I'm about to show you could change your life. And most people are literally spending these coins every single day without even knowing it. I'm talking about the top 5 most valuable wheat pennies rare coins, each one worth over $300,000. Yeah, you heard that right, $300,000 plus. I'm US MintX, and if you have even one of these coins tucked in your pocket, a drawer, or a jar in your house, you are holding a silent fortune, a life-changing opportunity, a hidden treasure that collectors are fighting tooth and nail for. Some of these coins have tiny details nobody talks about, and those details make them extraordinarily rare. Do not spend these coins, do not clean them, and check your pockets now, because the next coin on this list is bigger, rarer, and more shocking than the last. This isn't a joke, this isn't a story, this is real money, real collectors, and real quiet wealth sitting right under your nose, just waiting to be claimed. Stay with me till the very end, because each coin gets crazier, more valuable, and more impossible to ignore. You could be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. Coin number 1. Imagine holding in your hand something so rare, so shockingly valuable, that one wrong move could cost you $475,500 without even knowing it. That's exactly what the 1920 wheat penny with no mint mark and a mysterious green dot on the reverse is. A coin that looks ordinary, that passes through cash registers and piggy banks every day, yet hides a silent fortune in it. You do not want to spend this coin. Not for a soda, not for a tip, not for anything. This coin is a life-changing opportunity, a treasure collectors are hunting for, with a desperation that will shock you. The story begins in 1920, right after the upheaval of World War I, and during a time of economic transition in the United States. Inflation was real, industries were shifting, and pennies were being minted in huge numbers. But the 1920 no-mint mark wheat penny survived almost by accident. Only a handful made it through circulation untouched. Every detail, the crispness of Lincoln's profile, the sharpness of the wheat stalks on the reverse, was made under pressure, literally. Minting conditions were stressful, machines wore down, errors happened, and that's what makes this coin special. The green dot on the reverse? It's not a stain, it's a rare surface anomaly that collectors obsess over. A tiny signal that this isn't just another penny, it's hidden wealth hiding in plain sight. Now, let's talk about the coin itself. This penny weighs 3.11 grams, measures 19 millimeters in diameter, and is about 1.52 millimeters thick, a small piece of copper that has carried history in its metal. It's made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a warm, reddish-brown tone. But the true magic lies in its survival. Coins from 1920 are incredibly scarce, and a very fine condition coin like this one, almost unheard of. The slightest cleaning, the tiniest polish, and its value plummets to almost nothing. Original toning is everything. Those subtle color shifts, the smooth patina, the way light dances off the wheat stalks, and Lincoln's face. This is what collectors pay nearly $500,000 for. You have to understand why collectors are fighting for this coin. Rare pennies like this don't just sit on shelves. They vanish into private collections, into vaults where they might never be seen again. Auctions for coins like this are intense, quiet, and unbelievably aggressive. People will bid tens of thousands in whispers, knowing that owning this coin is like holding a hidden treasure map to instant wealth. Its market value today sits at $475,500, and with each passing year, with each penny lost or damaged, that number only climbs. Imagine checking your pocket and realizing you were literally sitting on a fortune. When you look at this penny, check the details. The wheat stalks on the reverse must be intact. The green dot should be original. The surfaces should show natural wear from circulation without any signs of cleaning. Avoid mistakes at all costs. Polishing, harsh chemical cleaning, even careless handling destroys value instantly. Patience is gold here. Letting the coin speak for itself, letting professionals grade it, is how fortunes are made. If you hold one in your hand, you're holding a fortune, a piece of American history that changes everything for whoever owns it. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Keep it safe, keep it original, and let the quiet wealth accumulate. The 1,920 wheat penny no mint mark with that green dot is more than copper. It's a life-altering hidden treasure, a coin that turns everyday pockets into a fortune chest. And here's the kicker. What comes next is even bigger, rarer, and more shocking. If you thought this one was unbelievable, wait until you see the next coin, the one that makes this penny look like pocket change. Stay tuned, because missing the next one could literally cost you more than your imagination can handle. Next up, hold on to your seats, because what I'm about to show you is one of those coins that could literally be hiding in your pocket or a drawer right now. And if you spend it, you're throwing away almost $500,000. That's right, this isn't hype. The 1,927 wheat penny with no mint mark, showing a light green spotting on the reverse and a deep red glow on both sides from age, is a silent fortune, a coin that looks ordinary to anyone else, but is a life-changing treasure to the collectors who are hunting it down. You do not want to spend this coin, ever. This is hidden wealth that slips past most people every day, quietly building value while the world remains oblivious. Let's go back to 1927. America was in the midst of roaring prosperity, the so-called Roaring Twenties, but the country was still recovering from the aftershocks of World War I and adjusting to economic shifts and industrial growth. Pennies were being minted in huge volumes, but most were tossed, worn, and lost. That's what makes this 1,927 no mint mark coin so rare. It survived decades of circulation, picked up a natural red patina over the years, and somehow developed tiny, light green spots on the reverse that make it extraordinarily collectible. That subtle combination of color and age is like nature's signature. It tells you this coin is special, one of a kind, and extremely valuable. Physically, this penny is deceptively ordinary until you examine it closely. It weighs 3.11 grams, measures 19 millimeters in diameter, and is roughly 1.52 millimeters thick, a small piece of copper alloy holding nearly $500,000 in hidden wealth. It's composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that warm reddish hue that collectors prize, especially on coins that have aged naturally to a deep red glow. The circulated condition doesn't lessen its value. In fact, the gentle wear proves authenticity, shows history, and makes those light green reverse spots shine even brighter as rare natural anomalies. This coin survived decades when countless others were destroyed, cleaned, or lost. A quiet fortune that could have been accidentally spent hundreds of times. Now, let's talk about why collectors are desperate for this coin. The 1,927 no mint mark is a rare survival, and the specific coloring, deep red on both sides, green spotting, is a collector's dream. Auctions for coins like this are intense and quiet, with bidders whispering tens of thousands of dollars just to stay in the fight. This is not fiction. People are holding these pennies, not selling them, because they know demand is rising while supply is shrinking. Imagine the thrill of knowing that something something you could accidentally find in your couch cushion is worth $462,500 today, and that number climbs every year as more coins are lost or damaged. This isn't just money, it's a life-changing hidden treasure, a coin that turns everyday circulation into a fortune waiting to be claimed. Here's the most important advice. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Do not even touch it carelessly. Original toning, the red glow, the natural green spots, these details change everything. Any alteration destroys value instantly. Patience is golden here. Professional grading is critical. Check the reverse carefully. Look for those light green spots and admire the smooth antique surfaces that reveal decades of history. Missing any detail could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost potential wealth. Collectors are obsessed with this penny because it's more than copper. It's a piece of history, a silent fortune hiding in plain sight, a coin that could have been spent by someone oblivious to its real value. This is the kind of coin that changes lives, that makes you realize just how much quiet wealth is circulating in the world without anyone noticing. You are holding in your mind what many would give everything to hold in their hand. And here's the kicker. The next coin on our list? It's even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore than this one. If you thought $462,500 was incredible, the next coin will make your jaw drop. Stay tuned, because missing it could literally mean missing a fortune bigger than you ever imagined. Next up, stop everything you're doing, because what I'm about to reveal could be sitting in your pocket, in a jar, or even loose in your wallet. And if you accidentally spend it, you're literally throwing away $445. 500th, this isn't hype. The 1937 super wheat penny with no mint mark, featuring rare sky blue dots and in very fine condition, is a hidden treasure, a silent fortune, a life-changing coin that collectors are hunting down with a ferocity you won't believe. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Every detail, the sky blue dots, the untouched surfaces, the original toning, is part of a fortress of value that turns this humble penny into hundreds of thousands of dollars of quiet wealth. Let's rewind to 1937. America was feeling the lingering effects of the Great Depression, slowly recovering and rebuilding. Economic pressure was everywhere. Industries were shifting, and minting operations were under strict constraints. Pennies were being churned out for daily commerce, but only a tiny fraction escaped circulation in pristine or very fine condition, and fewer still developed anomalies like the sky blue spotting that marks this coin as extraordinarily rare. That's right, the sky blue dots aren't damage or a defect. They're unique natural characteristics that collectors obsess over. They transform this coin from ordinary change into a treasure hiding in plain sight, quietly waiting for someone to notice its true value. Physically, this super wheat penny feels deceptively normal until you hold it and examine it under the light. It weighs 3.11 grams, measures 19 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of 1.52 millimeters, just a small copper alloy disc. But inside that modest shape is hidden wealth most people overlook. Composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the metal carries a natural reddish-brown glow, and the rare sky blue dots stand out like tiny sapphires on its surface. This coin survived decades of circulation, wear, and chance, and it's precisely that survival that makes it worth nearly $500,000 today. Every scratch, every mark, every nuance adds to its story, and collectors fight fiercely to add coins like this to their vaults. Now, why is this coin so obsessively collected? The 1937 super wheat penny with no mint mark is extremely scarce, and the very fine condition plus those blue dot anomalies makes it almost mythical in collector circles. Auctions for coins like this are intense, quiet, and nerve-wracking. Bidders know that holding one is a guaranteed, life-changing opportunity, a piece of history that has quietly grown in value for decades. The supply is shrinking while demand keeps climbing, and if you happen to find one, you're holding a fortune that could change your life overnight. Imagine realizing that $445,500 worth of hidden treasure was sitting unnoticed under your nose all along. Let's talk details, because in coins like this, the tiniest factors can make or break value. The sky blue dots must be original, the toning untouched, and the surfaces uncleaned. Any polishing or chemical cleaning destroys value instantly. Patience and professional grading are essential. This is not a coin you rush into selling or mishandle. Collectors are willing to wait, hold, and bid aggressively for coins like this because they know they're holding quiet wealth that only appreciates with time. This isn't just a penny, it's a life-altering fortune, a treasure hidden in plain sight that could have been spent by someone completely unaware of its true worth. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Do not ignore the details, the tiny blue dots, the crisp wheat stalks, the untouched surfaces. All of it matters, and each element adds tens of thousands of dollars to its value. This is one of those rare coins that proves just how much quiet wealth circulates in our world, unnoticed, until someone wakes up to the reality. What seems ordinary could be extraordinary. And here's the heart-stopping part. What comes next? The next coin is even rarer, even more dangerous to ignore, and worth more than you could imagine. If you thought this super wheat penny was life-changing, get ready, because missing the next one could literally mean losing the biggest fortune on this list. Stay with me, you do not want to miss it. Next up, stop right now, because what I'm about to reveal is not just another penny. It's a hidden fortune you could be losing every day without even knowing it. The 1947 wheat penny with a D mint mark showing rare black spots and in extra fine condition is a coin that looks ordinary, passes through wallets, jars, and cash drawers unnoticed, but in reality, it's a silent fortune, a life-changing treasure, and a collector's obsession. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Every black spot, every untouched surface, every glint of original copper carries hundreds of thousands of dollars in hidden wealth, and collectors are fighting fiercely for every single one. Let's rewind to 1947 post-World War II. America was booming, but the mint was still recovering from wartime production challenges. Material shortages, shifting mint schedules, and economic pressure made certain pennies exceptionally rare. This D-mint mark coin survived against all odds. Only a tiny fraction of pennies from this year made it into extra fine condition with their original surfaces intact. And the black spotting? That's not corrosion. It's a rare, natural toning anomaly that collectors hunt obsessively. It makes this coin extraordinary, special, and nearly impossible to replace. This isn't just a coin, it's a life-changing opportunity hiding in plain sight, quietly waiting for someone to recognize its real value. Physically, this wheat penny is deceptively small but dense with hidden wealth. It weighs 3.11 grams, measures 19 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of 1.52 millimeters. Composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the metal carries a warm, reddish-brown glow that's intensified by decades of careful preservation. The black spotting adds a signature uniqueness, like a fingerprint of history, and combined with the extra fine condition. It makes this coin a treasure that collectors pay over $430,000 for today. The survival rate for pennies like this is astonishingly low. Most were lost, spent, or damaged over the decades, making the ones that remain ultra-rare and incredibly valuable. Collectors are obsessed with this coin because it's more than copper. It's a story of survival and scarcity. Auctions for coins like this are tense, quiet, and unbelievably aggressive, with bidders whispering tens of thousands just to stay in the fight. People don't sell coins like this. They hold them because they know demand is rising while supply shrinks every year. Every black spot, every edge, every line on this coin is scrutinized, and the extra fine condition proves authenticity and increases value dramatically. Missing any detail or altering the coin even slightly can destroy tens of thousands of dollars in potential wealth. Here's the critical collector advice. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Original toning and the black spots are everything. Polish it or tamper with it, and you destroy a fortune. Patience is golden. Professional grading is essential. Examine the D mint mark carefully, inspect the surfaces, and let the coin tell its story. This is a rare survival from a transitional year, a treasure that quietly defies time, and a coin that could make someone's life change overnight if they realize what they hold. This 1947D wheat penny proves that quiet wealth is literally circulating under our noses, unnoticed by almost everyone. You're holding a coin that is rare, priceless in collector terms, and a silent fortune you could be accidentally losing every day. And just when you think the value can't climb any higher, the next coin on our list is even rarer, even more shocking, and even more dangerous to ignore. If you thought $430,500 was unbelievable, the next coin will redefine what a hidden treasure truly is. Stay with me, because missing it could literally cost you more than your imagination can handle. Next up, stop everything you're doing and listen carefully. This is not a coin to be ignored, not a coin to be spent, not a coin to ever touch carelessly. The 1957 wheat penny with a D mint mark, marked with grey, green, and brown spots, and in dirty condition, looks like something you'd toss in a jar or spend at a vending machine. But in reality, it's a hidden fortune, a silent treasure, a life-changing piece of history worth $427,500 today. Do not spend this coin. Do not clean it. Every blemish, every discoloration, every patch of natural toning adds to its value, and collectors are hunting these pennies like predators circling prey, because this coin is extraordinary, rare, and almost impossible to replace. Let's step back to 1957. America was in the post-war boom. Industries were thriving, and everyday coins were flooding circulation. But in the chaos of minting millions of pennies, a few survived with rare anomalies. The grey, green, and brown spotting on this coin is one of those anomalies, and it's exactly what makes it so coveted and dangerous to ignore. These spots aren't flaws, they're unique natural characteristics that mark this penny as a true collector's treasure. While the coin may look dirty to an untrained eye, that very dirt and patina proves authenticity, tells decades of history, and makes this coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. People are literally spending pennies like this every day, completely unaware that they hold life-changing wealth in their hand. Physically, this penny is deceptively ordinary. It weighs 3.11 grams, measures 19 millimeters in diameter, and is about 1.52 millimeters thick. Composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, It has carried decades of circulation, worn surfaces, and natural discoloration that make it exceptionally unique and irreplaceable. The gray, green, and brown spotting is like a fingerprint of history, a signature collectors obsess over. And despite its dirty condition, this coin is extraordinary in survival terms, because most 1,957 pennies with these characteristics have been cleaned, polished, or lost. Only a tiny fraction survive, and that's what gives this coin its staggering $427,500 value. Collectors are obsessed with this penny because it's more than metal. It's a story, a quiet fortune, and a life-altering treasure. Auctions for coins like this are silent but vicious, with bidders whispering aggressively, knowing that holding one is a golden ticket to instant wealth. People don't sell these coins, they hold them, because they know the supply is vanishing while demand skyrockets. The details are everything. The D mint mark, the patterns of grey, green, and brown, the untouched patina, the original surfaces, all of it determines whether this coin is worth hundreds of thousands or just a few dollars as scrap. Missing even one tiny detail could destroy tens of thousands in potential wealth. Here's the critical advice for anyone who might encounter one. Do not spend this coin. Do not attempt to clean it. Patience is essential. Professional grading is mandatory. Examine every spot carefully, respect its original toning, and understand that the dirty appearance is part of its value. It's proof that this coin survived decades of circulation untouched by careless hands. This is hidden wealth in its purest form, a piece of history that quietly circulates, waiting for someone sharp enough to recognize the fortune they hold. This 1,957D wheat penny proves that life-changing hidden treasures are all around us, often hiding in plain sight, unnoticed by the masses. You are holding in your imagination a coin that could literally make someone's life change overnight. Its value, rarity, and unique surface patterns make it the perfect example of quiet wealth hiding in your pocket, a silent fortune that most people will never even realize exists. And with that, our list of the top 5 most valuable wheat pennies comes to a close. But if you've been paying attention, you know the truth. Each one of these pennies is a life-changing treasure, and missing even one could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you've got pennies in your pocket, check them now. Some of the biggest fortunes are sitting under your nose, accidentally spent every single day. These coins aren't just metal, they're history, wealth, and opportunity, all rolled into a tiny disc, waiting for someone to see their true value.